I see what this is.
That's indecent proposal.
Did you see this? What happened? The team up?
Oh.
Wait.
You know how they get together and they team up?
They cross
You guys, I brought you gifts. I made you.
We haven't even started yet, so don't even do that yet. Do the countdown.
5, 4, 3,
Welcome. How many episodes have we done?
285.
I'm not saying that again. Let me say something, okay? During the pandemic, well, welcome, by the way, to you. You look great in a Hawaiian shirt. Mm-hmm. And I have to say something about your style, George. When I first met you, it was like, no good, no bueno. I looked at you and I go, does he? Because when I met you at Maker, I literally thought, is he maintenance? The way he was dressed, you know what I mean? I was like, he does the wiring. Like he's not a part of Maker. He's like, do you understand what I'm saying? They call the electrical guy, right?
Plumber.
So he's just there like,
Custodian.
What is this place?
Yeah.
Right? And you're just doing, but then when they go, does any producers want to work with Bobby? This fool raised his hand. I was like, nah. Mm-hmm. Nah. Nope. But here we are. Congratulations. We got you. Okay. And then we have you.
Thank you.
No, Gilbert, I love you. God bless.
Essential worker.
And peace. You're essential. And then Khalyla, I love you.
Non-essential worker.
You're very essential. And congratulations to you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
But today is a very special podcast because, there's a couple of birds I know. Chirpers. I think Ari Shafir is one. He's like a pelican-y bird, you know what I mean?
That's actually a pretty good...
Yeah. He's got like a pelican-y face, you know what I mean? And I know people are going to go, well, because he's Jewish and going to know. No, that's not what I'm saying, okay?
Yeah.
He just looks like a fucking bird, all right? And then you have hummingbirds and the little ones, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The ones that like have the little, the beak.
Yeah.
And they, tuk, tuk, the flower.
Yeah.
And the nectar.
Uh-huh.
I've seen the National Geographics where they go tuk, 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 with their beaks, right? And you don't even understand how they're staying afloat for that long. So much energy being, used, Right there. A human fucking.
Baby hummingbird.
Buzz,
Baby
buzz.
hummingbird, yeah.
Buzz, buzz.
She used to open for me.
Uh-huh.
And the reason why I liked her, because I've said this before, but she's stylistically, as a stand-up, very close to my style. What's so funny?
I love it.
All
I'm
right.
uncomfortable with compliments.
I know. You're very close to my style.
Was that a compliment?
I like.
I don't think it was my. I don't think
I
it
look
is.
up to you.
I don't think it was a
I'm on the
compliment, but
ground.
she does. I love double-handed mic holdings. She does that where you know what I mean, where you do it like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and then you know what you're doing. I don't like the ones that are just standing there. Wow. So what about today, huh? Today, wow, awful.
Is that how you imagine George Kimmel does?
Yeah.
That is exactly
Yeah, damn it. Yeah, the political infrastructure. You know what I mean? Of
Everybody
today's
thinks I'm the
society.
mechanic here.
Yeah.
I work here.
I don't. Yeah. yeah. But you may get gritty in it.
I hold it at the ball.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
noticed that. I always
I know you do. I know
hold
you
it at the very bottom.
I know
like
you
this
do, baby.
weird, But hey, good to be
I
here.
haven't
guys.
said your name yet.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah. So
My bad.
here's another thing that we kind of went. I don't want to say viral, but it was the first and the last time I was ever on BuzzFeed. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it was because you were on stage, and I stole your phone, and I posted some things.
Yeah, the one set that I almost got perfect to submit for 30 minutes.
Yeah. And then let me just say what she was doing currently. I was so proud of her, and everyone in the comedy community was proud of her when she was the host of Talk Soup. They call it Soup.
The soup.
The Soup. And
same thing. The last time she was here, she corrected you about Talk Soup maybe 65 times.
It's so funny because if the Rolling Stones just changed their name to the Stones, I'm still going to call them the Rolling Stones.
Well, I don't want to call this soup Rolling Stone. But yeah, okay.
All right. So anyway, let's just say her fucking name now because I guess, you know what I mean? It's going awry.
I got a chirp.
All right. So we've got Jade Catta-Preta.
Yes.
Jade, what's up?
Hey, it's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Jade.
How old? No, how old?
Have fun.
No, be real. Be real. Be real.
I'm
Be real.
37. I'm 37.
Oh my
37.
God.
I know, it's crazy, man. But I've been really busy. You know, I got a close-up mirror, so like,
Yeah.
just like I grow a full mustache daily.
Yeah.
I think so.
You and also you've been posting some photographies of with you and this fucking like I would suck his dick, I think.
Yeah,
That's how
he's
cute
hot.
this guy.
He's
yeah.
so cute. He's so sweet, and
Yeah.
he woke me up this morning with donuts. He wakes me up with tea every morning.
Wow.
You motherfucker.
You know, I have to admit though, at first, like I really loved how hot he was, but then now it's making me feel like he'll be like, "Oh, I feel fat." I'm like, "You have 11 and a half abs still." You're good.
Yeah.
Look
And
at
so-
that, babe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a babe.
Yeah, he's
By
a
the way,
babe.
have you guys noticed that Instagram sucks? Like that picture's got 400 likes. What the fuck? I mean, just for his abs alone, I should
know.
get 1,000.
I
right?
know. I mean, look
I
at
do
You
that
liked
guy.
it.
I double tapped, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Cheryl's looking fly, like,
Yeah,
like Back to
he's
the
cute
Future
as
style. Yeah, he's cool.
And so the way you met him was you talked about him on the soup.
Yeah, I made fun of him. He was on a reality show, which we don't like to talk about. But
Yeah.
he was on a reality show, a couple actually, and I made fun of him because he said something really douchey as his intro, like, "Hey, I'm Cameron from Texas," you know, kind of a thing.
Oh yeah.
And Justine brought it. You guys know Justine wrote on my show. She was one of my best friends, and she's a comic.
But Justine
as well.
is the cupcake.
Justine Marino.
She's a cupcake lady.
Yes, yeah.
That's how I know
The
her.
cupcake girl. Yeah,
Yeah.
she had her show, Funny Dance Show, and
Cupcake.
she wrote on the show and she brought this thing in, like this video in before the pitch, and was like, "Oh my God, you're gonna want to fuck this guy. I know it." And I was like, "Yeah, I want to fuck this guy." So I made fun of him, and then cut to now.
Did he make so? Because I can imagine this is what I would do, right? Let's say there was a younger. I wasn't seeing you,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
and there was some. It was. Let's say I wasn't
You
seeing
don't
you.
have to preface
Yeah,
that.
it's like
Every-
obviously
we
it's a
know.
fake situation.
I have to do it. It just makes me feel
Better, yeah.
better about it.
I get
all
it,
right.
Yeah.
Just let me do it.
You're loyal.
Yeah.
Imagine if you
In a world.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's suppose I never met the greatest woman I've ever met in my whole life. All right? And I'm watching the tube, right? And there was some other person, not you, but another young lady doing the soup, and they were making fun of me, right? I'd be like, oh, you know what I mean? I should kill myself because
No.
Yeah, no, but that's what I would think. This guy saw you making fun of him and went, I'm gonna tap that.
No, you know what? He reached out to me and he said something. He was something like, because I made fun of him like shaving his armpits or something. He had like a lot of armpit hair.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, I shaved. I'm more aerodynamic." And I was like, "Okay,
See, that's the best
Good.
thing to say.
that's cute. That's
Yeah,
funny."
yeah.
He knows the word aerodynamic.
Because I would have said, oh no, I come from a hairy family and I, you know,
Don't make you fun of
I
me.
couldn't help it. Yeah, I'm half Armenian. I don't stop making fun of me. You know
I
what mean?
make so much fun of. You have no idea. I make so much fun of him on a daily. I don't even know.
You
how he
have
likes
to when
me.
they're hot.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, you have to.
But
He reached out to you. What was he living in Texas?
he lives in Texas still. Yeah.
Still, he flew here.
He flew here, and I told you I met him for the first time at the airport,
Yeah.
90-day fiance style. Like, was in the car waiting to meet him. Like during COVID too. All my friends were like, "He's coming from Texas," which is like
Yeah,
the bed bug of
yeah.
the world right now. And so he came, and we just would do little trips back and forth, and then it's been
But
almost a year.
I bet you money though that you're at the airport. You know that you're picking him up. It must make you feel like
That's a great feeling, by the way, meeting at the
Yeah.
airport for the first time. I've only
How
done it
exciting
once.
is that?
I was like, "Ugh." I was
Yeah.
freaking out. I was like hyperventilating, sweating,
Yeah.
but like cold at the same time, shivery.
Is this a rude thing to ask? Do you like if I was a woman?
Yeah.
And I was in the same
In a world.
in a world where I was a woman and I wasn't with the greatest woman in the whole world, right? Okay, I'm going to the airport to meet this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This hot guy with the abs, right? I would wash my coochie so
we do.
fucking
Oh,
deep.
dude,
We
you
do.
have no idea. If I'm gonna serve it, I've tasted it.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, you got to know what it tastes like.
Yeah?
Brillo
yeah, dude.
pad.
How do you
I've
taste
dated.
it?
You just dip a finger in. You
Oh,
know?
yeah, you can dip.
You got to dip.
Yeah, you can dip. I forget you could dip.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
dip a
Yeah,
finger
yeah.
in.
I'm sorry, George, but
But
'cause
I've dated guys
We
with
can't
smelly
dip.
dicks.
We have to like rub.
Smelly dicks are no good.
It's no good, man. A smelly dick
I
really
hate a
ruins everything.
It really does.
But can I say something about my dick that's you're not gonna like?
Okay.
It's a new thing that I found out.
I'm sure I found out about it before you
think-
just
Yeah.
said it.
No, I'm on the edge of my seat.
No,
this is
so
like meeting
something
my
that's
boyfriend at the
weird.
airport.
As I get older now, you know, the skin around the head of my dick,
Okay.
right, goes over it like it's uncircumcised.
Huh, are you getting loose skin now from jacking it off too much?
It could be. I don't know. I
Possibly.
never went to a doctor about it.
Are you?
I'm too embarrassed.
Maybe you don't know.
I am circumcised.
He is circumcised.
No, but I think your skin just gets loose and old as you get older.
Yeah.
What happens is when in the morning or like you know how at 4 a.m. you pee, I forget to check that the skin is around the head, and I pee sitting down. So when I pee, it pees through the skin that's over the.
It's a wild hose.
It goes all the way
So,
over.
so it does like one of those like 8 spray. You know what I mean? Right? But I don't wash it.
Believe it or not, I already know this about you.
Yeah, yes,
because
I don't wash
I'm
it.
looking at the pee splatter pattern
Yeah,
lately, and
I
I'm
know.
like, who?
What are you
How?
in forensics? What the
How?
fuck is that?
She's like Dexter.
You know, I hate a dirty toilet seat.
Yeah.
And your shit is just.
Shit, I mean pee.
No, I know, but your pee is just in
All
a
over the
different.
place.
You don't have a little piece of paper that you wipe the dip.
No, so what happens is I go to sleep, right?
Right.
And, you know, without cleaning it, and I guess my urine is very pungent,
Oh my God, Jesus.
right?
this.
Clive,
And
I'm
so
so
it
sorry.
kind of pickles. It pickles.
It ferments.
It ferments
like kimchi. Yeah.
the stem of my dick, right? And so, like, I'll wake up and I'm like going around, you know, doing my business of the day, which is either play Warzone, right, or drink coffee or whatever, right?
Busybody, busy schedule.
Busybody. Which I want to say is something that Steve Harvey said the other day that really fucking fucked me up, but remind me to say it. But so then I'll be playing Warzone and I'll just scratch my dick.
As one
And
does.
and what the Lees do, because I know my brother does this as well.
Please
right?
don't even add your brother into.
Well, he doesn't do this. My brother absolutely does not. Do
I
this.
am-
one brother.
I can't begin to describe how downtrodden I feel right now.
I'm just trying to be fucking honest, man.
I know, but I just feel like I should just sew my vagina up
Yeah, you're gonna
With,
like the fact that you haven't caught everything.
with
Right.
like a fucking metal with a metal thread
Why do you take it so personally?
because that's nasty.
She's got to touch it. She's got to put it.
Yeah,
in her
I
mouth
have
and
to
stuff.
do
Excuse-
things. I have
see
to
how
do
they
more
team up?
things with it.
Do you see how they team up,
It's just
Gilbert?
a pickled dick.
It's a pickled
I'd
dick.
be mad.
You know
And you
what
know what else? When you're sitting down, aren't you dipping that tip in the water? Aren't you getting a little dip?
I know, like a team, like just
Yeah.
look-
How do you?
yeah.
You just tip.
All right. My first of all, can I just justify and defend myself?
That's like
I
if
feel like I'm
that's like if she was on her period and was like, I just got a little blood everywhere.
and that's life. Sometimes you get a little blood everywhere.
I'm gonna start free bleeding.
Oh my god,
Yeah, free bleed.
I
'Cause you
tried.
Said that you
It
said
doesn't
you're
work.
you're at.
I'm on it
Your
right
bleed
now,
time.
day one.
Bleed
oh,
time, right?
I'm gonna wait till day 2 to free bleed, baby.
Yeah.
Right now
All
it's
right.
like
So I'm
Day
gonna
one
say
is
that.
rough.
Can I just defend myself?
oh the chunkos too. It's
Yeah,
coming.
the pieces. I never really understood what those were. but
Little
I-
baby
yeah.
pieces.
Dude,
Like
I just learned about that.
what?
I didn't know it was.
Get some of the
chunky.
baby pieces. How about this, baby? Take the baby pieces, stick it out in the sun, let dry it out a little bit,
Yeah.
and I'll eat it like beef jerky.
Oh my god, I want to be here for this.
No, like carpaccio.
Like carpaccio, that's funnier. Carpaccio was
Yeah.
funnier. And I haven't done stand up in a while. And that was clever. Anyway, I'm jealous. I should have came out with carpaccio.
Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good.
Anyway, so I'm not saying that it happens every day. I'm just saying in the pandemic, it's probably happened twice, right? So I'm more like aware of it. So in the mornings, I'll look down and I'll untuck it.
Nice.
So there we go.
Would you like a full untuck? Like, are you gonna go somewhere to get like liposuctioned skin?
You're
Like, how do you?
You're right. You're right.
Like a dick tuck?
Yeah. You know what? That's funny. I've never researched it,
Yeah.
but I'm willing to do it. There's 2 things I want to do. That's not the first thing, though.
What's the other?
The other thing is more real.
Cosmetic?
No, it's more of a brain thing.
What do you mean? What would you get?
I think I read about somehow that they can somehow, because so I don't get a stroke, right, and clear the like vessels in my brain
Yeah.
with like technology.
What?
Well, that's if you have a stroke, they can break up the clot in there.
Now I want to pre-break
You just want to just.
before
I
I
feel
don't.
like you should do the dick tuck first. I feel like you can get that off the list.
No. All right, dick tuck first.
And
and then brain thing.
then prevent brain aneurysms when you have a nice dick.
Yeah. Okay, but but can I just say this? I know I don't want to get too rude about it, but rank my dick.
What?
1 through 10.
That's the bravest
She's
thing you've
with
ever
you, so
said.
10.
No. She's very honest.
Not a chance.
Yeah.
it'd be
Thank you.
10.
Okay, but
Let me just say,
okay,
Your vag?
let
A
me ask
9.
this.
I'm ranking it based on everyone that I've been with,
That's what I was gonna
not
say.
compared to.
Oh, here we go. Now my feelings are gonna.
What are also what are the categories?
what are the categories? Let's put them down. Like girth, is there a size category? Is there softness? Is there how it fits in my mouth?
texture?
I would say
Texture, color?
Yeah.
This is
Veininess?
This is like a fucking Miss Universe. How many criterias are there?
Well, can I just throw in one more criteria?
Yeah.
Right. Because I test well on TV shows.
so
right.
we do a camera test.
So no, and just in terms of like cuteness and likability, it has to be.
Okay.
How likable is my dick?
Yeah.
Well,
just in terms of like, can I see it in a cartoon?
Cuteness and likability has to do with performance, though. So is performance part of it?
Oh yeah. And
Of
performance,
course it is.
and also longevity, because sometimes you just want to go a short amount of time.
Yeah, I can't do a super long.
Me
person.
either. I'm
I
like,
can
did you
last-
sneak and masturbate before this?
Yeah.
This is too long.
I can
Yeah.
last long.
That is torture for me to have to sit there and fucking wait.
Yeah.
So okay, what's the first criteria?
Okay, so let's go with shape. Is everybody?
You know
good
what?
with shape?
Shape. I'm
You
gonna
look nervous
go
about
with
that.
shape. I'm gonna go 10 for 10 out of 10 because he's very symmetrical.
I love that mushroom head, skinny body.
Right. The shaft, the ratio from head to shaft is very perfect. Shape wise, looks great.
P.S. Epstein came out that he had an egg-shaped penis.
Yuck.
Hate it.
Duh.
Even you just squish it.
Wow.
So good. 10. You're
Okay.
going pretty good so far, Bob.
Okay, what's the next criteria?
We go with color.
Let's go with color.
Color.
Because
Okay.
sometimes I like a purple dick.
He has a tricolor, so I'm gonna give him a 15 out of 10.
He's like a chameleon.
Yeah, Neapolitan ice cream, baby. High five.
Taste the rainbow.
Will this podcast get flagged? Let me ask you this. When we talk about stuff like this, does it get flagged?
No.
No.
Let's keep going then. Go ahead.
Okay, so
Okay, so you're really killing it.
you're at a
right now.
25 out of whatever number we come up with.
Okay, next one is
Oh, smell, right?
Oh, smell.
Smell.
Yeah, because we got to get a low one right
Yeah.
here.
In terms of yeah.
here, your actual dick smells okay. It's just that once in a while I'll get a waft of an asshole, but I think that's coming from the back.
But it also could be like pube or balls.
That has nothing to do with, if I'm, let me just say something, okay? If I'm eating at the Bestia downtown, right? And I get a whiff of Skid Row, right?
Yeah.
How does,
That's a good.
yeah, how do I rate Bestia in a lower level because of the fact
Yeah.
that,
Do you
Well, I would
getting
go. This
smell from
restaurant,
Chris-
sometimes I get a bit of a shit stink
Look,
smell.
if I'm Bestia,
Yeah.
I gotta know who my neighbors are because then I have to worry about like anything adjacent to my restaurant affects my restaurant.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna make sure that the very least the surroundings are taken care of.
all right, fine. All right, fine, my
But I get self-conscious sometimes. Like if I just took a poop, like you can't go down on me.
Like
I won't do it.
I'm super the same way.
Me too.
I am so
Yeah.
anal about that.
About your butt being clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A final category.
Final category.
Texture, do you like an Ed Harris or a more younger?
What's an Ed
Ed
Harris?
Harris.
Why that actor?
Like, do you like a penis
Oh, like,
more like wrinkled or
lived?
weathered, or is it more like smooth?
say Steve McQueen. It's
Okay.
No,
better.
so he doesn't have like a veiny dick if that's what you're asking. It's actually a very averagely smooth. So I guess like an LA6.
Wow.
LA6. That means in
good.
Chicago or Michigan or any of the other towns, you're like an 8.
Pretty good.
And then as for performance, I would say how it fits into my canal is actually kind of a perfect.
I mean, it's just
Aw,
like
that's
it's-
all you need.
I mean, it's killing it.
It's killing
right?
it. You're killing
So
it.
the pickled stuff.
The pickled stuff.
Once in a blue moon.
Yeah, once in a blue moon. Yeah. I know.
I
Yeah.
We all have crusty days.
Yeah. Okay. I feel pretty good today.
There we go.
That feels really good.
Hey guys, we're gonna take a really quick break to share some of our favorite sponsors with you.
Brooklyn in. You guys, in the Slept King household, the only sheets and comforters we use in this dojo is Brooklinen.
Whether you're an early bird or like to hit the snooze button, everyone deserves to sleep in ultimate comfort. And that starts with your comforter. Brooklinen can help you get your best sleep. Brooklinen creates beautiful, high-quality bedding and home essentials. They work directly with manufacturers to give you a fair price. No middlemen. No middleman.
Let me say something else, babe,
No markups.
while you're finishing there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Their comforters come in lightweight, all season, and ultra warm to suit every type of sleeper and lifestyle.
We got the all season, and we
I love it.
Keeps you warm in the winter, keeps you just cool enough and not hot.
And also, Brooklinen comforters pair perfectly with their sheets, pillows, and duvet covers. There's a reason Brooklinen has 75,000 five-star reviews and counting.
We've been using their sheets exclusively for the past 5 years, and we love it so much. We don't use anything else in this household.
Tell them more, Gil.
Guys, get your sheets. Treat yourself to ultimate comfort with Brooklinen's Comforter Collection. Go to brooklinen.com and use the promo code TIGER to get $25 off with a minimum purchase of $100. That's BROOKLINEN.com and enter promo code TIGER for $25 off with a minimum purchase of $100. That's brooklinen.com, promo code TIGER.
For him. George. 66% of men start to lose their hair by the age of 35. Did you know that? And George, once you've noticed thinning hair, it can be too late. Is that hairline slowly starting to move backwards, George? Any bald spots yet? The best way to prevent more hair loss is to do something about it while you still have some. Why do guys turn to weird solutions or do nothing at all when they can turn to medicine and the science, George? Here's the solution. I'll tell you this right now. forhims.com. A one-stop shop for hair loss, skin care, sexual wellness for men, you dummy.
Yeah.
It's time to write a new chapter in your life, George.
Uh-huh.
One in which you have hair.
George,
All right.
George, hey George.
Yeah.
These aren't snake pills.
They're not.
These aren't snake oil pills, and these aren't gas station counter supplements. George, these prescriptions, these are prescription solutions backed by science.
Pure science, George.
4Hims connects you to licensed medical professionals online, which could save you hours, completely confidential and discreet. Just answer a few questions. A medical professional will review them, and they'll determine if it's right for you. And they can then prescribe you medication to treat hair loss that is shipped directly to your door.
Tell them more. Tell them more.
Gilbert, thank you. Today, Hims is giving you their best offer yet. If you're not happy with the results after 90 days, Hims will give you a full refund. And right now, TigerBelly listeners can get their first visit absolutely free. Go to forhims.com/belly. That's forhims.com/belly. And disclaimer for George, prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Remember, that's forhims.com/belly. Enjoy the rest of the show.
So anyway, so
So that's a 6.
so what? Let's go back to so you test.
Yeah, I'll test it.
You test your own thing,
Yeah.
right? Do you put soap in?
No,
No,
Never,
that's
never.
bad. That's bad.
Why?
Never.
It
I wanna
messes
learn.
with your pH.
Okay, so if you put anything, if you put soap or anything that is scented or anything like that, it actually messes with your smell more. So you want to have like the most. Without soap, your vagina smells amazing.
I agree. It like self cleans. I mean, you got to go in there and clean it out.
Yeah,
once
you
in a
got
while,
to
but
scrape.
With
Do a
water.
scraping.
You got to scoop. You got to go in and scoop.
scrape.
Just scoop what out?
There's like liquid.
Yeah, you
it's like
have
discharge.
Discharge.
But I do soap my asshole.
Yeah, me too. It's deep.
Yeah.
In. Almost. I clean sometimes too hard that I feel like I have to poop right after, and I'm like, that's not good because I just took a shower. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, discharge seems like like a prisoner leaving jail.
Well, our
You know what I mean?
vagina
Like, he's
has
being
to stay
discharged. You know what I mean? Like,
lubricated.
You can read. You can read
That's
a
what
lot
it
from
sounds good.
discharge. It's like a map. Honestly, like my gynecologist will like take it out and be like, okay, let's examine this. Like she'll touch for texture. You can really read about like your stomach and how you're doing through your discharge.
Wow.
wow.
Yeah.
It's like tea leaves almost.
Yeah,
How
discharge.
about the future? Does it like give you like?
You're right. Yeah, you'll be alone forever. By the thickness of this discharge, you're done.
Maybe it'd be cool if they gave you like lottery numbers and stuff.
I just went to the gyno the other day and she had an extra lady in the room. Have you ever had that? It's like a trainee. I'm like,
Yeah.
isn't there like a fleshlight you can practice on? I'm the test vagina.
Yeah.
But
I
then
get
they
that.
both
I get that
massage
during
me.
auditions. It's like I don't get the real casting director. I get like the assistant in
Yeah.
a fucking storage closet.
Yeah, that's me.
You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
make my life very simple. The guy who does my pap smear
Yeah.
is a small Asian man. I keep it very, very similar. Long
I like a
hair,
girl.
a
You don't like
ponytail.
you don't like a girl?
Well, no, I just want him to look like Bobby, so
Oh,
the
so it
whole
doesn't freak you
experience
out?
doesn't. You know,
there a
it
guy
feels
out-
familiar.
Is there a guy out there named Pat Smear?
Pat-
It
Pat
seems
Smear?
like there would be a guy out there named
Pam smear?
Pam Smear. All right. Anyway, so you get a Pap Smear. Is that what they're
You were there the last time I got a pap smear, but you were sitting outside. Remember?
at Dr. Kawa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name's Kawa?
Kawashiri.
Kawashiri.
That's so
He's
cute.
the cutest little Asian man.
Yeah.
Is he not?
He's wonderful.
He's
I
a
love him.
I
wonderful,
love
cute.
that. Nothing feels better than going to the gyno, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that peace of mind. Like my body's in check.
Not to get racial, but that's gonna.
We're all like eyes
already.
open.
Yeah, I know. See, already.
Which means you're about to get racial.
No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna go there, because in my mind now, it's like, what are the chances of comedy coming from what I'm about to say?
Yeah.
And it was like 2080. You know what I mean?
Not
So
a
it
good
just
ratio.
wasn't worth it.
Yeah, it's good for ground beef, but not good for.
Yeah. Have you ever done that on stage where you're like, yeah, I want to say this fucked up thing, but the chances of it working, and then
All
sometimes
day,
you throw it
every
out
day.
there and it eats it so bad, and you're like, I don't know how to get out of this.
Oh no, I think I told this on here, but like that, it was like a white couple came in really late once in the very front row, and I was like, talk about breaking stereotypes, and everyone was like, we're like, yeah, and then next night, empty, black couple walks in, I'm like, here we go, here we go, and then I said it, and it just ate shit, and you're like, never repeat an improv, and I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, yeah. I have to stop myself all the
I
time.
don't know what that, but something brought that up. I was opening for Carlos Mencia once. So embarrassing. And there was, I back in the day, because this is, I would pull, I can't even say his name, but I would go through the line when people are coming in, because it was cool. You know what I mean? Like, there's an audience. So I would like talk to people in the line like a fucking idiot.
I do that.
You do?
Yeah, I used to do that.
Yeah. And there was this one guy who was making a really funny face. Right? He was going,
Oh no. Oh no, I already know this. I think I know where this is going.
Yeah.
right? And I thought he was making a funny face to me. And I just started crying, laughing. That's a funny face. And I did it back. Right? And he was just, that's his face.
Was he missing part of his jaw?
Like he had some sort of like deformity.
Oh my.
Right? And I just remember going, I don't know how to get out. How do you get out of that?
How did you get out?
And then you had to hold that face
No,
for the rest of the night.
This is how I know. No, this is
This is
how.
my face.
Me too. You too?
What do you got? I got it.
The way I got out of it was this: I was laughing while I was like, you know what I mean, going through like, oh, the realization. So I went, and I walked away.
Still looking at him though.
Like my laugh was drifting into nothing. I was,
What if he
Kinda
was
walked
fucking
away.
with you too? It's not even his
oh
face.
yeah.
There was one time when I forget where it might have been Seattle, where you did something very similar, but it was with a couple, but they were little people, and I
I don't know what.
I couldn't have sprinted out of there fast.
What did I do? What did I do?
I was like, "You're on your own, bitch. Bye."
What I do?
They were huge fans of you, and I think that you were. I forget really what you said, but it was along the lines of basically telling them that they could almost pass for little people, but they actually were little people. But I think because they were sort of close in height with you, but it was so uncomfortable. So you weren't sure if they were or they weren't, but you were making fun of their like, what do you call it? You were making fun of their proportions. You're like, yeah, you're kind of just like me. And I was like, Bobby, they really are. And I didn't even look at you. I just turned away and I left.
She drifted.
Those
Yeah.
cringe-
I couldn't help you in that moment.
What's cringy is I remember when early in the 90s when I used to, I just, this is so embarrassing. So I just stand up, you know what I mean, at like an open mic, and there was a dwarf there, right?
Little person.
A little person. Sorry, my bad. My bad, guys. I'm learning. And I remember singing the song, Follow the Yellow Brick Road.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And the audience just erupted in laughter, and the guy laughed,
Yeah.
right? And in my head, you know how you go, you store it and go, I'm going to use this again,
It's a good one.
right?
Oh, do
And
it.
then years later, when society changed,
3 decades later.
yeah, you're like 15 years later, right? 15 years later, same situation. I saw a guy, and I was bombing too. So I go, I'm going through the catalog, right? That one, right?
That killed? Yeah.
Follow the yellow brick route, right? And it just, silence. I think in the back, somebody goes, not cool, dude. Not cool, dude.
It's the guy with a messed up face. He's
Yeah.
like, it's not cool, man.
What if it was like that?
You remember me?
I'm still smiling, but I'm pissed. I did this on the road with you. We were in Miami, and some girl really hated me, so she turned her chair around during my set. She was so mad. She didn't want to watch my set. So the time I'm making fun of her. So then we're at the Comedy Store like a month later, and this guy has his chair turned around. And I'm like, what's up, dude? Because, I had all the anger from the lady before.
Yeah.
And then as I get down, I see him, and his eyes are like kind of sewn shut, and he's clearly blind and like doesn't have eyeballs.
Oh my God.
And I was just really, and then everybody has to warn each other. Like, hey, dude in the front row is like, it's a blind.
Yeah.
Warn me,
Yeah. That's what I also hate that when openers say they warn me about somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a family of albinos out there, man. You know what I mean?
That happened?
Oh yeah. People will say that, like an opener will say
I'm like,
that.
that's kind of rare. Wow.
And I go, how did it work? I did a joke. It didn't work well, which is kind of cool because you get to test the waters with your openers.
Yeah, you can always tell or there's like a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
That's another one that's like, there's an annoying bachelorette party here.
Oh my, yeah.
I hate when people that I know come to my shows. I'm like, why are you trying to do this to me? Let me work. Like, me a certain way.
Oh,
this is not how I am.
It's the worst.
It's hard. My family, every time my family comes, I bomb for the whole hour.
Yeah. Or high school friends.
Those are the worst. And they've seen me bomb and they're like, we knew she was never really funny.
Yeah. And then I was in Dallas and I did the striptease at the end of my set.
Uh-huh.
And this girl, Bridget, who used to be a waitress at the La Jolla Comedy Store back when I was a doorman back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Now she is involved in some weird church, and she's like a pastor, and her husband's a pastor, and they came to the thing, and they were laughing super hard at my jokes. But once I got naked, right, and it was one of those shows where a sack fell out.
Just one of those shows.
You know how just randomly
I
a
know.
sack will fall out?
I always tell you it's that one rainbow underwear.
I was going to say, I've
Yeah,
seen them
it's
pop
the rainbow.
out. Yeah,
they're loose.
It's a rainbow one.
They're
The
like
garter
white.
has gotten really loose.
Yeah. So a sack will fall out, but in my head, because you can't purposely pull out a sack or you'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
The magical, I saw you pull the sack out, and so I did the dance, and then she was so upset. After the show, she sat me down, and she goes, "Can we pray that you never do that again?"
Your sack falls out.
I love when people ask
And
to
I
pray
go-
over you.
It's
But
happened.
what's the thing? I mean, then you did it the next night, or you did it like an hour later.
The
for
next show. Next show.
Yeah.
But I still go through the motions because I'm trying to appease them.
What did
But that's
prayer
the-
sound like?
What? Dear Heavenly Father, it always starts there, which I don't even know who that is.
Please bless this.
Yeah.
Satan.
Yeah.
Satan.
No, it wasn't saying
soul.
it. But it was polite. It was like more like make Bobby realize that he doesn't have to resort to,
I hate that.
You know what I
I
mean?
hate that. That makes me so upset.
diabolical deeds, or I don't know what it might be, but
Because it's all supposed to be fun.
yeah.
You know what I mean? People get so offended about like nudity at all. Like if you see any kind of nudity, it's like immediately it's something. You know what I mean? It's like just let people be naked and be.
And there's some clubs like Virginia Beach who they just said he did great numbers. It was the Funny Bone there.
Yeah.
Great numbers. Everyone loved it. We can't have ever back. And it's like, why? It's just because it's just not for us.
Do you feel like relieved that you don't have to do stand up every night in a weird way? I know it's complicated. It's not like a one word answer, but I have to admit, like there is part of me. I would have never stopped if this didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
But it was like a sickness, kind of a little bit.
There's a lot of healthy things that happened
Yeah.
during the pandemic that I thought was a good thing in terms of like missing comics. Like I never thought I would miss Mark Maron.
I miss my comic friends so. I miss Tony so. I never thought I'd
Yeah.
be like, I miss Tony.
Yeah, you miss certain people that you would never thought you would miss, and I also miss people that I thought were my frenemies. Like people. I can't say them here because I want to start a war.
You know.
But you know.
I know.
But like people that like I had to pretend to be nice to when deep down inside I want to destroy their face, But then it's like you go, what was that all about? And does that matter? And I just miss them as human beings.
Yeah, I miss that too.
And there's something about, this is what I miss the most. Doing a set and then having all my friends go, let's go to Greenblatt's. And it's like 1:30 in the morning. And you're just sitting there. And then all of a sudden, like, Dom Irera.
Yeah.
Like one time, Dom Irera, I was with Eric Griffin, Dalia, and some other guy.
Never heard of them.
And Dom Irera and Daniel Tosh stopped by.
Yeah.
So then they pull up chairs. And then I was with a kid. No, I was with a kid that emceed for me from a club in Houston. He was just there. He'd never been to LA before.
Oh, and this is his night?
And
Is
this is
just
his night to
thing
hang out
everybody-
with me. I said, yeah, because I told him. So he's just, I remember sneaking him into clubs and stuff, and he just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there, and then all of a sudden, all these people are there at the diner, and we're just talking shop and telling stories. And I could see this kid like go, this is unfucking believable. You know what I mean? What a fucking, like a life altering, because I've had those when you were a young guy where you're in a
Oh, yeah.
situation, you're like, what the fuck situation am I in here? This is amazing.
Oh my God.
This is
yeah.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
I
And
still feel like those things sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
Whoa, what?
So it's like, I miss all that stuff, and I will get back to it, but I'm one of those kind of guys and that needs an audience.
Yeah, me too. I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
Because I realized during the pandemic that what gets me off about comedy is being in the moment and being like, I never know what's going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
kind of coming. I've never been a disciplined writer. If that's the part of me that like hasn't gotten the TV gigs with stand up, hasn't gotten like a special, hasn't, because like I never sit down, like, Seinfeld like writes every single day, like 15
I'm the
minutes.
same. We're performers though.
Yeah. Like if somebody wrote for me,
Yeah.
I'd be crushing, but I have to work that muscle and it's like torture.
That's
Torture.
my confidence comes from, I know that I can perform. I know the energy that I bring in there. I'm not afraid up there, right? I like to scream, and I'm not, I go for it, right? It's just, and the jokes that I do have are pretty good, right?
They're solid. They're
They're
good.
solid, good jokes, and they work every time. But this is material that I amassed from over 20 years of doing stand up, right?
Yeah.
I should have so much more
Same.
to say up there, right? Because I'm not that big of a writer, even in like right now, I sold a show to ABC,
Oh,
and my
Marvel.
friend Peter's writing it, right? And he's like,
I love Peter.
Peter-
I fell in love with Peter because of you guys in San Diego.
yes,
Right.
Yeah.
he's a good kid.
He's so good.
Peter's writing it with this other guy, and,
Yeah.
and they're like, come on, let's write. And I was like, I just don't know how.
We tried writing a show. Remember, we did it for like 2 seconds and we're like, fuck this. We can't do this.
Yeah.
I've never been a structural girl. I like punch up. Like that's where I come in and I'm like,
That's-
I see it already. I can't see it from scratch for some reason. I'm
What I'm good at is I can go, it'd be funnier if this happened, right?
Punch up,
This
yeah.
character should be doing this, and I can do that, right? And also on set, I'm good at improvising and coming up with stuff, right? But in terms of sitting up and making this make believe, I just don't know how story structure works.
same, me either.
Right,
It's,
yeah.
and
She
people
wrote-
do it
she-
so fast.
She wrote a great show.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, cast me in it. Let's do it.
And not only is it a great show, but
Let's go.
everyone's super excited about it.
That's exciting.
Wait, hold on, don't jinx it. It may, this is, how this works.
But the
It
fact
may
that you
never
did
go.
it, like just getting
I'm throwing
through
it out in the universe.
You know what I mean?
Fucking.
Yeah, thank you, babe. Thank
All
you
right.
for throwing it in the universe.
I'm not.
It's hard to even write a tweet.
I'm telling you right now.
You know what I mean? It's like
This show.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, and I need to put this on this podcast.
I have
so
begged you not to talk about this
Yeah.
show.
I know. I just need to say it one time. I'll tell you why.
Okay,
I'll tell
yeah.
you why I need to.
Okay, go ahead.
The reason why I need to is because I want to look back and go.
I told you.
I told you.
Yeah. I've been so I've written my whole life, but I've never actually thought that I could maybe like transition into writing like in this format. And I've always just been really down about myself because I'm like, I'm a fucking idea machine. I just churn them out. Bobby and I talk about this stuff all day. And finally over the pandemic, I was like, oh, what else do I have going?
It's so exciting. Like it's honestly like I look up to people that just churn stuff out. I'm like,
know.
how do you do it? Like Honestly,
Like-
but I like taking other people's material and fucking with it. So like that's kind of like what I like about it. So like sitting there and writing is like, ugh, I do it every day now, but it's fucking torture. I'm like, how many more vagina jokes can I attempt?
I know, but that's what I like about you.
You know, my vagina jokes.
Not just your vagina, it's just the way you talk about your body and the way you feel about yourself up there.
Yeah.
And there's a sense of, I want to say this, but rebellion almost.
Well, that's what it is, because I feel like I really live by the rules. I think it's to my detriment.
Yeah.
Like if I get a job, I'm so like, oh my God, I can't post anything about weed. I can't, and that's who I am. And like, I've never really fully been publicly who I am. And that's why it's good for me to do like podcasts. You know, I'm finally doing my own fucking podcast.
What's it called?
Jaded.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jaded. And have you put some in the can yet?
No, we haven't put any. Well, I put some in the can by myself, but we're going to do like full production. We decided to go film as well. We're doing it at the Comedy Store with Brian Moses. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I mean,
it'll be good. Yeah.
yeah, the ones that I did by myself, I was like, oh, okay, it went by pretty quick. And then some, I'm like, oh, 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Thought I was talking about my grandma for longer than that. But
Are you gonna have guests and stuff?
I'm going to eventually have guests. So the whole concept is like just like a pessimist looking for self-confidence, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'll have guests that are like delusionally confident. That's like that's the thing I want. Like that thing Hinchcliffe has, and like that thing that like Delia had before.
It's Lena Dunham and Girls.
Yeah, it's just that like delusional confidence, and I think overall like that really gets you there.
It does.
Yeah.
Like I honestly think it's like I was talking about this, like I have never really found that thing within me where like if I'm done with a project, like I still feel super good about myself, and I'm like, but I still got this life. I got this hot boyfriend. Like I'm healthy. You know, my family's well, and like I don't have that. I have so much of my worth is attached to my career, and it's such a bummer. Like that's the life goal for me to have.
You know, when I see you two together, I'll be honest with you. I think it to me in my head, I say to myself, in terms, because I've seen all the guys you've dated, right?
Yeah.
And I'm very good friends with some of them. You know, but this fits for me.
Oh, thanks.
Don't you think? So, do you think that there's a future with this guy?
Yeah. He's the first guy I've ever dated who's like kind and sweet and attentive to me, and like.
Yeah.
You
Is he
know?
going to move from Texas?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, we're talking about it, figuring it out.
And moving in?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
There's actually a house like down the street that's like up for leasing. What if I was in your
I
like
saw
your
it,
neighbor?
yeah.
It looks cool. That house looks cool. I just want to see inside of it. Like I want to see units.
So you've been to this house before, right?
Yeah, I was in the other studio.
Oh,
last
no,
time.
so yeah.
And the last time I was here, I announced the soup.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm on here. Well, let me preface this with this, okay? Always played by the rules. I went to like church camp once because all the hot guys went, and I was like, I'm in on this. Everybody drank the night before, and a couple people got really sick, and I was scared. So the next day when we had confessionals, I told everybody that we drank. Like everybody got in trouble, and I was like, I thought that was the whole point.
Yeah.
To play by the rules, you know?
Yeah.
Then podcast, I started a podcast with Red Band at the very beginning. It was doing really well. And then I got Manhattan Love Story, and they were like, maybe not. And I was like, okay, you're right. I shouldn't talk about weed. Like ABC owns me.
Yeah.
And then now with the soup,
Yeah.
it ended. And they were like, maybe don't mention it. But I think that for my own authenticity, I need to
Okay, so
say it's
in
done.
December it was done,
It's done December.
right? And they called you,
They called me.
and when they called you, were you surprised?
Yeah. Well, not surprised because we hadn't heard, and I knew how difficult it was with the COVID, and I don't know what's really going on with the network itself. You know, like so many change. I know a lot of people got fired, so I was like, oh shit. You can feel it when there's like a shift of your whole universe.
Yeah.
Like I kind of felt like as soon as they called me midday, like a bunch of them on the phone, I was like, either like I booked something or
Yeah.
it's done. If you guys aren't in the end, you know that you get this phone call like, hey, we got Mark on the phone, we got Jen on the phone, we got yeah.
I had
Your
one of
heart
those
is like-
last week. I had one of those where all of a sudden that everybody needs to get on Zoom right now.
But that's good.
I don't know. So when everyone got on Zoom, there's like 19 boxes, right? Of just
That's your
and
team?
and I'm looking at every box to see what their reaction is, and some of them are like, you know what I mean? Some of them are, you know what I mean? So you don't know.
Yeah.
And the news was lukewarm,
Yeah.
kind of, but it's like so. But they're the worst calls to get.
Worst call.
Yeah.
It was the worst because, you know, it meant a lot to me to have a vehicle to finally get to be free. And like, basically I wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was so noted, and it like there was so much weight on it for me to be a certain way. And they like, I mean, I had to do like teleprompter classes when I had already been doing this. Like they just wanted to like know that they could rely on it, and and it made me kind of a robot on it. Kind of, you know.
Yeah.
And like I was watching episodes the other day, I was like, I'm not really like my free self on it, and it's such a bummer I didn't get to make it.
And you can't really
myself,
fight because you don't really. I can only imagine if I was on a show like that, right? And if I was new on the show, right? You can't really fight for your own voice when they don't know what the numbers are.
No, I'm trying to make them happy. I want a second season. I play the game, and I'm going to do everything they tell me to do. And it was an awesome experience. I mean, I learned so much, you know? But also I learned maybe go with your gut a little more. And but it's a bummer. It's done, and it's time for the next chapter.
But I was telling you earlier, Jade, I honestly, I just, I have to say that I'm not really that worried about it.
Yeah.
You.
Oh, well, thanks. That makes me feel good.
Because it's like you look at like someone like Sarah Silverman, okay, and she just will always work. She will always, have an audience. She has her voice. And she's just a nice lady, Oh,
she's the best.
She's the best.
Yeah.
And I feel that same about you. It's like they feel
you.
like it's you're always gonna work. You're not one of those because I know those. I've met them. I've seen them. I've seen people are around for 3 years, and you just know in your gut that they're just gonna be gone.
Isn't that weird? You're kind of on this path, and people are like, hey, and then they kind of just you just pass them by, they just drop out like flies,
Yeah.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready for the next.
Because they can't handle the pain and suffering.
Oh, it's so much pain, and it feels so good.
I know, but and it's like, I'm not saying that people in show business have it harder than anybody else. I'm not saying that.
And we chose it too, which is
yeah.
hard to be we're doing this. It's
we chose to
masochism.
be in this insane thing, and it's like I was with my therapist yesterday, and I was complaining about something, and she's like, "Stop it, because you chose to be here. No one's forcing you to do this business. You're the one." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why are you smiling?
Well, it's because that's exactly what I've been saying to him for years, but I love that he's in therapy now. So she is basically just validating all the things I've said. No one has a gun to your head.
Yeah.
No one has a fucking gun. This is 100% your choice.
Mm-hmm.
So you take the good with the bad.
It's so
and
hard
you
to hear
fucking
that.
keep moving.
Yeah.
It's funny because I want to imagine that she's on an earpiece to your therapist. Okay, now tell him this.
Yeah.
Tell him
That's
this.
our couple
Yeah.
sessions. Honestly, our couple sessions are my favorite because
Is it the same
hears
therapist?
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same therapist.
Don't you feel like he's biased because
I feel like she knows all his tricks.
Oh, right.
And so it makes me feel confident that he, you know what I mean? That he's up, she's caught on to all his bullshit. But every single time I'm always like, this is my facial session. I'm like, just the whole time just feeling fucking victorious. And it's because he hears her. Coming from me, I've been his partner for so long.
Right.
Sometimes it just sounds like a nag,
Yeah.
but he really hears her and he absorbs her, and she's able to put it so much more eloquently and so much more efficiently than me.
And you're crushing, Bob. Look, your garage is a studio. You have a neon.
That's
That's a sign.
I got so defensive last week on our couples, and she noted that yesterday. She's like, "I've never seen you like that." I fucking felt like I was being teamed up. Teamed up on. Is that the right?
I
word?
barely even talked last
I
week.
understand that, but I just felt like I was up against a wall and I had to fight my way through this thing.
Yeah.
And it's I saw myself when I was doing it too. It's like, what are you doing? This is insane. But and I know you're right. I'm doing well. But I had to get off Twitter.
I think I have to get off social media because the
I have to get
algorithms change, and it feels like you know what I feel like? The unpopular person I've always felt like.
Yeah.
Is why I do this. You know what I mean? It's like a ongoing thing.
Yeah.
So I'll never get back on. I may never get back on it.
Oh boy.
because
I
it just
would love that.
I just don't like it.
Just take the necessary breaks when you feel on edge. Just dip out. That's what I do. Take 3 weeks. Sometimes it's a week. Sometimes it's 3 months. But whatever it is, don't like set these like hard and fast rules for yourself. If you're not feeling good that day, delete it for a fucking day.
Yeah.
Come back when you feel better. Yeah.
Because I feel this like sense of like, if I don't do it every day, like, I'm going to get behind, or whatever. Like, and I've never really developed a fan base. Like, I don't really have like a hardcore, and I think the podcast will help to be like talking to people and connecting. Like, but you have people that like are with you.
But
that should feel so good.
Programmed too to like, be in this headspace of always needing to self-promote. And I think that in itself is a fucking toxic game because I'm
not even doing shows. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
and
Like,
also
what am I promoting? Like, my life?
Yeah.
there's no fun to be had. Like if it starts to feel like this obligatory, like daily thing, you have to push out content. I'm like, what kind of fucking world is this, man?
It's true.
It's like
who cares?
There's
Like,
no authenticity to that. It's like that's, I'll forever post once every 2 months, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah. And it's like, and you see, it's so funny because you see other people obviously, and you're like, they got it. They got it all fucking figured out. They're like really comfortable in their own skin. And then you talk to them, and of course, it's like hemorrhoids. You find out everybody has them once you talk about it. Like,
Do you know that he doesn't have hemorrhoids?
it's weird because I feel like you'd push for a long time.
Yeah. What
He
is
has
it?
soft poos.
You never
Very
have
soft.
a hemorrhoid? Oh, it's so
It's
rough.
like a little a berry.
it's like a little
butt
tear.
berry.
It's like a little tear on your butt.
Berry
Or-
free, baby.
berry free.
Yeah.
You might have internal ones.
I
I'm
had
sure
an
he
internal
does.
one once. It was rough. I had to get shots, and then I found out the shots were just like olive oil.
Yeah, just
$400
a super lubricated thing, and then you have to fucking juice, and then it comes out, it drips out of your butt.
It's
once
horrible.
In a while.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was
I just
the worst
see your ass
experience.
over a pan cooking with it.
Just
Olive oil.
Yeah,
I've never had a hemorrhoid.
I had one on a tear because I poop hard.
Yeah, but there's back to Twitter. There are certain guys. When I did that sketch with Vince the other 6 months ago, I did a sketch with Vince Vaughn,
Yeah.
and he goes, I go,
You want to do a sketch?
no, I go,
Want to do a sketch?
no, I know, and I go, let me follow you on Twitter. He goes, I don't have Twitter, and then I realized that
That's
he
so
doesn't
cool.
have one. Zach Galifianakis doesn't have like a social media. You know what I mean?
I can't
They're
wait to get
way,
there.
They're way bigger stars and whatnot, but they never had it.
No, they had it.
No,
Really? I thought I.
Probably their reps.
they never.
Yeah, like maybe they're.
And then, I remember the other day, I posted that thing because Sacha Baron Cohen direct messaged me, and he said,
I think he did everyone.
I know he did to everyone. And then he also, but he direct messaged me, and he goes, can you post this ban Donald Trump from YouTube, you know what I mean, thing?
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, he's asking me directly. So I posted it, right?
Yeah.
And then a week later, he sends me another message. Hey, I'm Kyle. I'm Sasha's assistant. Can you post another thing for me?
You and Kyle are both.
Right, and I was so angry. You know what I mean?
Kyle?
Yeah.
Kyle?
Yeah. So I realized that it's not even him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's mostly not like when I got the message from Cam, somebody else was running my social media and told me about it.
Oh.
And that was a dream when they paid for social media. Ooh, baby.
Wait. So somebody handles your account and
They
just tweet-
did. They used to when
Yeah.
when the show was on in the very beginning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they scrubbed. My entire social media was so scrubbed. Like I was looking for old funny commercials the other day just to put to have them, in a hard drive, and everything has been scrubbed. Like if it wasn't super professional or in the past couple of years, it's it's gone.
Wow.
Ew.
Yeah, it's weird.
rough.
I mean, it kind of made me feel calmer because I was I probably said a couple really inappropriate things,
But I love you for you. I love
know,
you
I
for
really
being
lost
like
myself.
A
I really
grimy
did.
bitch.
I lost myself last year in it. I really did because I thought I was investing in something that ultimately would allow me to have freedom.
Yeah.
But in doing that, I did kind of lose myself.
and it's funny because they hired you for being exactly
for being
who
me.
you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember on the audition, I did my hair slicked, really slicked, very dykey. And can I say that? Is the D word still okay? And they were like, we love everything, but you're not ever doing that hair. Not ever doing that hair. And it started with little things, you know?
Yeah.
And you don't notice. You're like, whatever, I'll change my hair.
Yeah.
And then you slowly this business is fucked.
Yeah.
But I love it.
I don't let anyone touch my shit. Anyway,
I always think of that.
we
Down
have
syndrome.
an unhelpful advice. I just want to say though, just before we do go into the unhelpful, it was a pleasure seeing you.
Oh, I miss you guys.
It was a fun.
Wait,
It was. Oh, you have a present for me?
yeah.
Oh, do the present.
Can you give it to me, George?
Okay, wait. This is for all you guys.
What is it?
So I made some croc charms for you guys.
Oh, yay.
Charms.
Okay, so I have a little egg for George because he used to give me chicken
I
eggs.
think it's this egg-shaped
Yeah.
penis.
There.
Well, let's figure out who's what for who.
Oh yeah, you see if you can guess.
Yeah, I
See if you can guess.
So
that's fun.
So the egg one's yours. Grab yours out
Grab yours, George.
Yeah.
because we know the egg one.
By the way, they're hot glued, so I don't know how long they'll last. But I honestly thought Crocs were gross, and then
Yeah.
I put them on. I was like,
I'm with you.
why hasn't anybody told me? Like,
All terrain. I
yeah.
wear them hiking. I wear them. I'm going to give birth
Oh.
yeah, you need
with
to.
Crocs.
So you made these?
I just put the backs on them. I just got the charms online, and put the little black backs on them. I'm crafty. That's something people don't know about me.
I want to say that
They're mostly for
do-
Khalyla.
do-
but-
donuts for me.
yeah,
Nice. This is riveting.
I know. I'm sorry. I've been really excited to give you guys
This
these.
is Bobby. This is his favorite thing, knickknacks.
I love
That
knickknacks
is
too. I
great.
love little cartoon
this be my
things. That one's Gilbert's because his head's so big, it's also a floaty.
Thank you so much.
It's a head floaty.
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Khalyla's are kind of more obvious, but
Okay, here.
Sure.
He's just taking what he likes.
No, just this one.
yeah, you can take the rest or whatever you guys.
Oh,
like.
yes. Mine's the mermaid.
Yeah, the mermaid's hers.
We
Oh,
can have
Jade,
all
we
of them.
still have
Yeah, they're all yours.
scuba.
Huh? I know.
Still have the scuba.
I've been dying to get out. We took a boat trip and we went diving for scallops and he was like
Oh, wow.
cracking his
Yeah,
scallops
yeah.
and we were eating them fresh. I was
I
like, I had no
love
idea
that.
they tasted this sweet.
In the water, fresh scallops.
I had never had it.
Yeah.
I never seen anyone spearfish.
What's unhelpful advice?
Hey guys, we're going to take another really quick break to share one of our favorite sponsors with you.
You guys, I'm going to tell you something right now, Gilbert. Mm-hmm. During the pandemic, the only thing that's really saved me, right, is BetterHelp, therapy. All right, let me ask you guys something. Is there something interfering with your happiness? Is there something preventing you from achieving your goals? Right? I had a lot, and I dealt with it through BetterHelp. It'll assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. All right, it connects you in a safe and private online environment, man. It's so convenient. I can't believe everyone should be doing it. You can start communicating in under 48 hours.
You can send a message to your counselor anytime. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video and phone sessions, all without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. The upside, too, is that it's way more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. Tell us more about it, Gil.
If you want to start living your happier life today, as a TigerBelly listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/belly. Join over 1 million people who are taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's betterhelp, HELP.com/belly. Hey, guys.
Hey, y'all.
We got some big papayas for y'all.
What's up?
Hey, Johnny, tell them about the big papaya.
I will, Gilbert. Let me tell you something about the big papayas, man. We wouldn't have a show without them, man, because we love our fans and we love the papayas out there. You know, they have interesting names and they're from all over the world. And I'm going to say some of them right now. I don't know if I can, because they're foreigners, man. So I'm going to see if I can pronounce them correctly. Okay. So here we go. We got Jodoton.
Oh, love her.
Judy Tan.
Judy Tan. Damn it. I read it wrong.
Cactus K's here.
Yeah, Cactus K. Yeah. Judy Tan. Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
We got Judy Tan. We got Rico Saladavar.
Rico Saldivar.
Is that how you say it?
Oh, Cactus K.
Rico Saladavar.
Saldivar.
Wow, man. We got, let me see, Kylie Snuff.
Kyle Snuffer.
Kyle Snuffer. Congratulations. We got B.H. Bone. Johnson. I know Johnson.
No,
I know Johnson.
he's our
man.
president.
Yeah. Johnson's our
The
president.
president, yeah.
Rachel Wilkins. I know her. She's my cousin. We got Melvin Flores.
Flores.
Flores. Rebecca Torres. I know that. Oh, we got somebody from the Middle East. Who is this? Hafiz.
From Singapore, not the
Singapore.
Middle East.
That is the
Singapore.
Middle East.
Singapore. I swear to God, it's the Middle
Middle
East,
East.
man.
Southeast Asia.
We had 3 wars with them. Desert Storm in Singapore.
Hafiz from Singapore.
Oh, Hafiz from Singapore. My bad. We got Jane James Che Cortez.
Jaime Che Cortez.
I was close. Yeah. Aaron Wasserstrom.
Aaron Wasserstrom.
Aaron
Wasserstrom.
He should take the strom out.
Just Wasser.
Wasser's easier. And we got Nile Red. I know Red well.
That's
Anyway.
Oh.
Hee-hee.
Those are
Hey,
the big papayas from
Shut the fuck up,
Patreon.
man. Who told you to fucking talk, young man? Who the fuck told you to talk, my young man?
Sorry, cowboy. I'm
Anyway,
Those are big papayas for the month of
for the month
February.
of-
February.
Is that where we're at now?
Yeah.
February. Rest in peace, Rush Limbaugh.
Yep. Improv's done. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Unhelpful Advice with Jade Catta-Preta.
I'm 2.5 years into nursing school with only 1 semester left, but I'm really unhappy. Sometimes when I'm driving to the hospital, I consider crashing my car.
Baby girl, I hear you.
Yeah, I think about going off a bridge sometimes.
Not to kill myself, but to have a reason not to go to work.
Oh God, I know this person.
I know that
it's
feeling.
me. Did I write this?
Yep, it says Khalyla. I can't deal with the pressure of having people's lives in my hands and the possibility of making a mistake that could hurt someone.
That's how comedy feels.
The majority of nurses I work with are also bullies. Everyone is under intense pressure with very little rewards, so I understand. But should I stick it out and hope it gets better, or should I leave before it's too late? My name is E.
Wait. 1 month left?
Yeah, one semester. So probably, 3 months, Club?
One, yeah.
Stick it out. You'll have the degree.
then-
Stick it out. You'll
I
have the
just-
degree. Then you think out now?
Out now.
Before getting so
There-
close
You're
to
so
it.
close.
I mean, look.
Have it. Get it. Then you can do whatever you want.
My mother
Oh,
had to
fucking
get
Asian
on her
parents.
fucking hands and knees to beg me to go to my nursing graduation because I had already checked out. I was like, I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to I already been hired. I already got a job. And I was like, peace the fuck out. It's just that I know what you're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I know that dread. I know that feeling of wanting to crash the fucking car. There was one time where I saw my cat, Ming and Tolstoy snuggled up behind me before one of my final clinical rotations. And I thought, I'm going to blow up my entire life. And I'm just not going to show up today. And I didn't show up.
Wow.
And
You're doing great.
I remember you sending me, when we first started dating, you were in the white
my scrubs. and
scrubs,
stuff,
right?
Yeah.
And you sent me a photo that you were doing, you did this. That was the photo.
In my scrubs.
In
yeah.
your scrubs. You did this, right? Based on your face, right?
Death?
No, because she
Death?
was still smiling. But based
cross-eyed.
in this area, that's exactly what it was.
How I look.
Yeah. And I thought, she's out.
You knew
I'm
it.
out.
She's out.
And he was so nice about it. He was like, what else do you like to do?
Get
But
out.
that's so close.
I mean,
you
look,
know?
but Jade, you are right, because at the end of the day, I did finish and I did get my degree, and I will always have that as a backup plan.
I think
You're
it's smart.
never going to do it.
You're never gonna do it, but you know what? There's something about it that gives you this, like, I don't know, a fallback.
Yeah, but you've been in nursing school long enough to know that there are many administrative jobs where you don't have to care for people and you can still make a living. You could be a fucking nurse injector and do Botox and fillers in LA and never have to work bedside. There's
IV
so many
doctors
avenues.
exist.
Yeah, and you can just be a case manager on phone. There's so many things. You could work your way up administratively.
Okay, so maybe a break is worth figuring, like taking a few weeks off and kind of trying to figure out if there's other things that really, like, float your boat.
Yeah, and then when you take that oath at the very end, when you graduate and you say, you take that oath, you might only half-ass mean it because you don't actually want to care for people, it seems.
You have to take an oath
Yeah, you have to do that oath. You have to.
where, like, I promise not to kill people.
Yeah, it's do no harm,
Wow. God, there's so many more serious jobs than what we chose. How did we, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Well, we chose it because it was just something that we love to do.
I think we chose it because it's for us. It's how we survive.
But it's not just that. I remember just going when I did. That was the very first time I ever did stand up was at a coffee shop called Thomas Paine Coffee Shop in San Diego.
In San Diego? Yeah, we met that bald guy, remember?
Yeah,
What was his name?
Jonathan.
Yeah, remember he came to the San Diego show? He had like a little cap. He was like, I gave Bobby his first opportunity.
Oh, I don't remember.
It was like a rock place, like a band plays.
Yeah. Anyway.
I just wanted to get
Don't
that.
add
Really
information.
important. Really
Anyway,
important.
but I remember like going up there. I was bombing, but I remember the adrenaline rush of it, and I just remember going, whatever that is, that feeling. I think that was fun and invigorating, and that's what I'm going to be doing.
And CE, if you're not feeling that, like you're not going to be able to provide for the people in the correct way.
Yeah, and I think that even for me, it was like, I hate it now. Can I really do this for the next 50 years of my life?
No.
And look, it's
Maybe
a
you're
very,
right.
very honorable job. My entire family are nurses. I love them to death. They too want to fucking kill themselves some days, you know? And it's just, I was, thank God I had seen their sort of path into nursing. And I had that as reference to be like, you know what, that is just not for me.
Let me
I
ask you
might have
some
been good
questions.
at it.
Yeah.
It's just not for my joy.
If I wanted to be, I want to see if I could be a nurse. Now let me ask you some questions, okay? I'm being real.
My penis is a 6 out of 10.
No, do I have to lift anything?
A lot, especially when you're first doing like your first clinical rotation.
Did you say lift?
Like pick up like hard, like big boxes?
No,
of
it's
shit?
not. You have to turn people. So, so most hospitals have a lift team.
Ooh.
You know, they have a lift team. So when people are no longer,
Yeah.
so you don't
Oy
get,
vey.
so people who aren't able to, like they're bedridden and stuff, like, so they don't get bed sores. You have to constantly be moving them or else they'll get
Cleaning
like,
the wrinkles and stuff in the.
Now, if I'm
do.
moving somebody, right, and let's say some guy's laying on his back,
yeah,
right, and I'm moving him, right, and I had to move him this like up.
yeah.
Could I get like some sort of moisture
Oh,
on my
sweetie,
fingertip?
it's a whole lot of that. One time,
It's so much.
One
body
time
fluid.
I had to the most disgusting smell I ever smelled, even fucking worse than C. diff. C. diff is just a hospital acquired sort of infection and you poo out really smelly stuff. But even worse than that is I had to clean out
Someone's penis tip. I'm just gonna.
the in between of someone's fat rolls. And that had just like, she was just so unaware that they had what was in there already. And it was not a good day for me.
Right.
But you do it, you do your job, you fucking.
And you can't
with
judge
a
them or
smile
make
on
them
your
feel like
face.
shit.
Exactly. You can't. You have to be so professional. But you go home and you're like, the smell just stays deep in your nasal
psyche.
passages and in your psyche. You're like, I can't get that out.
Isn't that how Ralphie May used to sneak drugs on planes?
Did he really?
Did it really?
Yeah, maybe
It
I
was
heard.
fat?
I think he told me. Yeah, like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
would like travel with it in the fat roll.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All I know about Ralph and May is I shared a hotel with them once, and they gave us one hotel room,
Yeah.
and it was like a twin
Ensuite?
bed,
Yeah.
right? And he
A
goes,
twin.
A twin
not
bed?
twin bed, like
Queen?
full?
Queen?
a full bed,
Yeah.
yeah. And he goes, "Hey man, we can sleep on this together." I already when I saw the bed, I was like, I don't think so. And when he laid down, he was like a melting candle. Everything just
It's like the
spread over the whole.
Terminator just
Yeah.
melts.
But here's the thing about the roles and stuff like that. As a nurse though, if I was doing it, I would think, I'm helping another human being.
That's
out,
exactly what I
and
thought.
this is service.
Of course. And
Right?
that's
And I think that if you have that in your mind, and
I
in
had it
your
in my
heart,
mind.
then you can do it. And I think that you can find joy in it.
It's not about goodwill. Okay. For me, it wasn't about do I want to help people or do I not? Of course I do. It made me feel good. In those moments when you're aiding somebody, it always feels good. There's an intrinsic reward there. It's just there's so much more to it than just that. It is oftentimes a very thankless job.
Oh yeah.
You need to be your mental health really takes a hit many, many times. I'm not somebody who can go home and wash the day off of me. I'm somebody who carries things with me. And it just emotionally, I could not do it long term. And I had to be real with
is it
myself.
because of the death?
And on top of that, I could barely put gloves on each time and I was having a meltdown because my hands were so fucking sweaty. I was like,
It's also the
basic
responsibility.
task.
The responsibility is weighing on
Yeah.
her. It sounds like.
Let me ask you something. Okay, so I'm thinking about being a nurse. Okay.
Okay.
So all right. So if I work overtime,
Yeah.
right? Do I get extra money?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. So could I ask?
Do you know what a nurse shift is? How long they are and how long you're
They're like
on your
16
feet?
hours
No, it's 12.
12
3
hours.
days.
of 12 hours a day.
Uh-huh. And do you know
But
what
can I say to my supervisor, I want to pull a 5-day.
You can. Yeah, you can take extra days.
And
but
you can make more money.
You can, but do you know what that even feels like? What
That's
one 12-hour
exhausting.
day feels like? If you were a bedside nurse, say for instance, that's what you choose.
Yeah.
You get maybe a total the whole day, 45 minutes break. You are on your feet. You are moving around. Right now during COVID, you probably had instead of like four patients, you probably have like 6 or 7. That is seriously the most exhausting job.
Can you imagine you walk out for a second, you come back and they're dead? Like-
Why?
Like, but just think
Yeah,
about the
that's it.
amount of like the amount of pressure on your shoulder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
we eat shit. Like, okay, it's like they can get their money back. You know what I mean? This person is dead.
Yeah, and you see someone like coding, and then it's your patient, and then you have
What
to
is
fucking
coding?
Yeah.
Coding is when they're basically
Yeah, I'm like, are they like? I thought
as their heart stops, and then now you call the
Okay,
crash
don't do
cart.
that.
They call code blue, and now everyone has to come in and do compressions and do the.
Okay, if
the
it's
whole-
I'm a nurse, right?
yeah.
Right? I go, oh my, is he coding? Right? I think he's coding, right? I call everybody, coding, code red, or whatever
you'd
you
know
say.
because it would
you
be
hit
like,
a button,
"Beep," and
you
it
hit
was
a
like,
button.
Oh, wait, beep, right? Everyone rushes in. Can I then just back up?
You can, because oftentimes there's.
That's what I would do.
But if you're that person's nurse, you better not fucking back up.
Can you imagine if Bobby Lee walked in as your nurse? I'd be like, they're just fucking.
I would just slit my own
Fuck
wrist.
you. Fuck you. You know, I'm the best.
Just pull the vent out. Just
Yeah, just like,
No, dude, guy, you guys are making me so mad right now. I would be
maybe
the
if you
best.
brushed your hair.
So people are rushing in.
Yeah.
You
Okay. Right?
disappear?
I'm not disappearing.
You're like-
yeah. It's that meme when like
Homer
one of the-
Simpson?
Homer
Yeah.
Simpson
Oh, into the bush. Yeah,
was
he's
in the
like,
bush.
"Oh,
Yeah. So all right. So coding. Beep, right? People are rushing in. Right? My instinct would be to my first instinct. You know what I would do? The first thing I would do, I would tap the screen.
To make sure it's not
Just
broken?
to make sure everything's working correctly.
Khalyla, can you act as the doctor?
Because what if you tap it right and it goes boop, boop? It's the machine.
It was a machine that was like,
yeah. Everyone go back.
Khalyla, what
I'd be
would-
like, what's your
That's the
password?
first thing I would do.
What's your
Tap the
password?
machine.
What's your password? What's your passwords? I was like, Ladybird what? Ladybird what? Ladybird what?
Yeah. All right, so the machine, I would check the machine. I go, okay, it's working. Everything's working. So the second thing I would do is I would probably look around to see what everyone else was doing.
It happened so quickly though.
I know, but
Already-
I can look around quickly.
Already it's
Yeah.
a fucking
They're dead.
lawsuit.
Yeah,
against
they're
you.
dead.
No. This is how it would work.
Yeah, Khalyla, this is how it's going to go.
This is real time right here, baby. This is real time right here, right? Boo. Tap,
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 tap, tap. Right. Look around, right?
He's
right?
dead.
As what?
He's
I know.
dead.
So I'm okay. Jose's doing that, right? Emmanuel's doing that, right?
Why is it a full Mexican?
Sabrina's
Okay,
doing
okay.
that.
Oh, there you go.
You know what
right?
you
Vladimir's doing
Russian,
that,
Russian,
right?
Russian.
Yeah.
There's one-
Diverse.
Of all, when you hear the machine, right?
Yeah.
You don't stop to think that maybe you should look at your patient.
No, just tap.
You already know what
Bob,
the
do you
situation
know that when you
is.
give, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you give CPR, like sometimes it breaks their, their
especially-
chest cavity.
Think about it. Like
What?
Yeah, it breaks their chest
Think
cavity.
about an 85-year-old woman who is coding. A frail 85-year-old woman. You are gonna cause some shit. If you are going, that's why it's like DNR, you know, some people choose to not be resuscitated, and that's a choice you have to make.
What about the needle? Can I use the needle they used in Pulp Fiction?
No, that's allergies.
Oh.
Like the adrenaline.
Yeah.
thing?
Do they have those?
They can, yeah.
Do you know that?
I put a red marker on the chest.
drawing. My dad has like a little missing flap in between his nose, and so he chokes a lot.
Yeah.
Like we were at the movie theater and he started choking, and so we all had to learn
Yeah.
how to like, and it's great when it happens. You have like, I lifted him, like you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
like crazy strength, like you just never know in the moment how you're
Bobby
gonna act.
watched me do Heimlich on my mom too because she was choking. on
Oh my
It's
on
so
rice.
scary.
That's scary. It like scarred me.
Yeah, it scarred me too.
It
like
scarred
when
me
he
because
eats
it's my
popcorn, I'm
mom.
like, are you chewing? Are you
Oh,
chewing?
same.
Yeah, I'm like,
Jade,
do it.
That's
her
so
mom
funny. I
was
ask you.
dying.
I make
Yeah.
my mom every time she eats rice now. I make her add soup to it. No dry, no popcorn even.
Oh,
No hot
popcorn's
dog, no
off.
grapes. Off the fucking menu.
Off. It's so crazy. Yeah, and it happens. It used to happen all the time. So he'd get like, and we both are like, what is that?
Sorry.
He just broke his own glue thumb.
Oh no,
I
your
broke
glue
my
pinky.
glue.
I remember the first time we were on the road. He's like, "We got to stop at CVS." It was like 1 a.m. we gotta stop at CVS.
And I go, why?
Well, one, you had to buy every single toiletry because you didn't pack any of your toiletries.
Yeah.
And you're like, get
I learned
whatever
that
you
from
want,
Dave
sweetheart.
Attell.
You're like, get whatever you want.
Yeah.
Get whatever you want. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, I do
I'm
that,
buying
yeah.
perfume at CVS, I guess.
I used to buy the Essie every time he would take me on those late nights. I'd be like, "Oop, got 6 new colors."
Yeah, new colors. That's
Yeah,
a good one.
yeah.
No, and I remember I was like, why does he get the glue? And it was in Schaumburg. So who's the manager? She's really great. Fuck, I forgot her name. Stephanie. She's like, don't ask me. It's just some weird stuff he does. Just some weird stuff he does.
Yeah.
And I was like, what does he do?
Mm-hmm. I also get massagers. I used to get massagers.
What's massage? Oh yeah,
Yeah, for my dick.
What?
Yeah, I used to
at CVS.
Yeah, I would always go like, it was so weird. Like, I'd go, hey, you have massagers? Yeah, and the arthritis, you know what I mean?
For my dick.
Yeah, they go to arthritis section, right? And I would look through it, and I get the one with the ball, right? That's in the head. And I used to, I don't want to, I'm talking about
It's
this.
too late, Bob. And we're all into the story.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
We got to come.
And it was, because women could use the vibrators, but it
Yeah.
works for men as well. Anyway, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming.
Wait, how does the story end?
Anyway,
That's it.
Thank you so much for coming. Thanks for listening to another episode of the TigerBelly. Give Jade Catta-Preta a round of applause,
Yay.
please.
Wait, I have shows.
Yeah,
I have
go ahead.
shows.
Plug.
I'm going to be in Houston on the 26th through the 28th.
One of my favorite clubs.
If the world is not over then. So yeah, get vaccinated, wear 4 masks, and come see me. And check out Jaded at the Comedy Store starting next week.
Yeah, and please come back.
Yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, Slept Kingdom. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I believe it was Jade's 3rd time.
Yeah.
I think 3rd time. Twice in this house, once in the old one. We are starting an email update of all things happening in Papaya Land in the Slept Kingdom. If you want to email notifying when our next merch run with the exclusive TigerBelly playing cards and the new shirt designs, you can be the first to know by signing up at www.podcap.io/belly. Link below in the description. George.
Hey, get your question on TigerBelly by emailing us at adviceunhelpful@gmail.com. We're doing video questions as well, if for the brave.
Ooh.
They don't all have to be, as you can see today, but we'll probably be prioritizing. What do they do to get the video questions selected, Gilbert?
All you guys have to do is just send them to adviceunhelpful@gmail.com, and in the subject, just put video submission to boost your chances to win $1 million. No, I'm just kidding. Treat yourself to the ultimate comfort with Brooklinen's Comforter Collection. Go to brooklinen.com and use the promo code TIGER to get $25 off with a minimum purchase of $100.
And thanks to science, George, baldness can be optional. Go to forhims.com/belly. That's forhims.com/belly.
And we want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor, betterhelp.com/belly. And if you guys have not seen yet the soup competition video or want to catch up on all the singing competition and see the future
Exciting
videos,
conclusion coming soon.
Conclusion is coming soon. Those are going to be in the
Or
pipeline.
at least parts one's
Yeah.
come out.
Soon, actually, yeah.
One came out Saturday.
Nice. There you go. Didn't know. So I have to go to where, George?
Patreon.com/TigerBelly.
Guys, we love you so much. Make sure you follow everything Khalyla at Calamity K, everything Bobby at Bobby Lee Live, everything George at George_Kimmel. You can follow us on TigerBelly on Instagram and on Twitter. And then also follow me at Gilbert's. Check out George's new podcasts that he's producing. What are those, George?
Bloodbath.
What days does those come out?
That comes out on Tuesday. Every Tuesday. Check out Bloodbath. One word.
Check that out, guys. We love you so much. Have a good
Syukuluki sa laman Feet ang bukugani ay makabululi Purong kaya madugdug na bimbombola Syukumuki ay ito Syukuluki sa laman Feet ang bukugani ay makabululi